Record. All right. So share again. So I'm going to agent.kw.com. And I'm going to log in using my KW credentials. Mine's already filled in here. Click sign in. And hopefully the home screen will load. Yay! Awesome. So now we're inside the home screen. You can see a different layout. We can change these. That'll be a different lesson, but these are all customizable. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go out to the side apps, and we're going to go down to campaign. It's that megaphone looking button. I'm going to click on that. It's going to take me to my previously paid campaigns. If you don't have anything in here, it's going to be empty, but I have some completed ones and some drafted ones. The first thing you're going to want to do, though, is you're going to add a payment method in here. So payments are up here in the corner right next to create a new campaign. So this is on the right-hand side. I'm going to click on payments. And then I would go ahead and I'm going to add a payment method in here. And this is where I would fill in my credit card information. And that's going to pop up in here. Because if you don't have a payment method, it's not going to be able to let you have a live ad running. So let's say it goes in. I'm going to go back into my dashboard. I don't have to go back into my dashboard. But we can see that performance-wise, what's going to happen, lead to goal, all this fun graph. You can track your leads. I'm going to click create a new campaign. And then a new box pops up, and I'm going to click on social ad, where it says, wherever it says ad, it means it's going to be paid. If it says post, it's going to be free. So social ad is a paid one. I click on that, and I'm going to put a name in here. I'm going to put coffee. And you always need to have some sort of name there for an ad. And I'm going to choose my goal. My goal is going to advertise a listing. So once I choose my goal, you can choose to be multiple different things, but I find it easy just to advertise a listing. You're going to get that lead no matter what into your database. And I'm going to click to run it on Facebook, but I can also choose to run it on Instagram and Twitter as well. I find the best ROI, though, is on Facebook. So I'm going to click set up a campaign. And a new box pops up for me. It might not pop up for you, but it's going to ask me for which listing that I want to use. I'm going to be using someone else's listing. So if someone could unmute themselves and give me an address.
6528 Cooper's Hawk Court.
Cooper's High Court.
Hawk. H-A-W-K.
H-A-W-K. Just switch this. Okay, Andrew. Listing select. All right, and once you select a property, it basically fills in the mass majority of what you need. You're going to go through here, though, and you're going to kind of cut it down. So let's say in the, it says my name and goals finished here. I chose the listing, and then in add text, we want to be mindful of our copywriting. Copywriting is going to be very important in these instances. So I recommend maybe even getting a book about copywriting. Bob Bly, he's a great author and one of the world's best direct mail copywriting people. He writes the Copywriter's Handbook. Maybe pick that up, study it a little bit. That way we're going to be able to do 1 or 2 sentences that's going to grab the most attention. So right now the main copy has, this is your must-see pool home on a lake. Nice. Comfortably nestled in a beautiful green book vista neighborhood. The lake's views are visible from the living room, dining room, lanai. This is a corner lot with a split plan. I'm going to pare it down just to the lake views for now. And then on the right-hand side, you can see a preview of what it's going to look like. Headline is going to see, it's going to be this must see pool home on a lake. And then and that pops up down here underneath the picture for my headline. And then for my description, this is where we're going to try to entice them to click that call to action button, which is that learn more, sign up, or find more information. So I'm going to say, let's see, enter text that clears. Click now. Click now to learn how you can be in this house. Or be in this house today, click now. Give them some sort of command to click that call to action button. I'm going to save ad text. Now I'm going to go down to my Facebook ad. I'm going to configure. This right here, it says account. This is important. Back yesterday, we talked about connecting our accounts. This is where that comes in. So my account is my personal account. And then my page is going to be one of my business pages. So I'm going to click on my Blake Whitbold Realtor Keller Williams Realty Gold. And I'm going to come down, and I can use a Facebook lead generation form, which if you haven't used it before, it's going to take you into Facebook to click more acceptance of agreements for that use of information that you're obtaining from them. But you'll go ahead and you'll click through so you can allow that. And then you'll come back here, use Facebook lead generation form. You could use a site or landing page. So let's say you've created a landing page inside of Command. You can send them to that instead as well. That's going to be another lesson down the road. My button for call to action label, it's going to be, let's see, I said click now. We're going to leave it at learn more, but you can say learn more, sign up, or apply now. If you are using Keller Mortgage, you can definitely use that apply now button to send them to Keller Mortgage for advertisements. And then my follow-up destination URL. So after the Facebook lead generation form happens, we're going to send them someplace. I would send them basically to my website with this home listed on it. Either that or its own distinct landing page. So I'm just going to choose a site because I'm not going to launch this. I'm going to just choose a regular site. I can also type in a website in here as well. So let's just say I'm going to send them to a YouTube page, so they can see a video of the property. Oh, if you're doing those open houses, virtual open houses, you can do an ad for that and link your YouTube video of the virtual open house to this so you can have that 24-hour virtual open house. Okay, so and then my ad targeting. I'm going to use custom settings. I could choose to target my database and target my audience. I'm going to my location. I'm going to say Lakewood Ranch, Florida, because it's around this area. I'm just going to advertise it, but you can advertise anywhere in the United States. And I'm going to make this 30 miles as my radius. My expert targeting, I'm going to target people who have gone to Zillow. And I'm not clicking Premier Agent. I'm clicking on the actual Zillow. Trulia. Once again, I'm Trulia. And Realtor.com. I'm not doing Pro or Premier for any of them because normal people are not going to Premier or Pro. Click Save. You can also put other interests. Let's say this is a lake house, so you could say fishing, if they like fishing, or boating, things along those lines. And that can also align with people looking for homes that like fishing and boating. I'm going to save my Facebook ad now. And I'm going to click on duration and budget. I can do what I do to experiment. I say do 7 days on $15. You can change that however you want. You can do 30 days on $50. You can do, it says it recommends 10 days per campaign of $1 per day. But I think you'll figure it out within 7 days over 10 days. So I would just start with a week and test it out. If that ad doesn't work, you can create a new ad with split testing is just comparing the two ads next to each other. So create one ad for the same, create 2 ads for the same property, but in different. So we're just going to say, okay, so starting April 15th, I like to start this the day after today. So today's Tuesday, would start Wednesday, and then go up to the 25th, which is 10 days for them. I'm going to just go to the 22nd. Oops, that started on the 22nd. 15th and on the 22nd. Yeah, I'd give it $30. We'll just say pretend $30, $4.29. It's going to get more views that way if it's on $30. And then save duration and budget. And as soon as this looks okay to me, I am going to click publish campaign and it would go live. Yes, Andrew.
Do you know, I haven't seen it posted, but somebody said if you run it for $50, they're giving you a $25 credit. Is that only through Facebook or is that through our command through Facebook?
I would think it's only through Facebook because I haven't seen any ads like that for command. Okay. You can run these ads through Facebook directly. It's just there's a couple different steps you have to follow. You have to make sure that it's in a special category of real estate, and it must follow all the rules. Command is built so it does follow all the rules, and it gets approved. Facebook, you have to know the rules. But yeah, if you can get that credit, definitely learn it for Facebook and go through there too. Any questions that I can answer right now in a few minutes?
Any feedback on the best emojis, and or I've heard people tend to click more on interior photos?
Yes, if you put interior photos in there, they will see something, or they'll most likely see something they like, and they will want to learn more. Emoji-wise, fire. I like the fire sale. If you're close to a lake or any type of water, beach, swimming. Something to get them at the attention-wise. The fire one, it goes into our primal instinct saying, oh, there's a fire. So it makes me want to look at it. Also, the big exclamation marks. Any tips for ads attracting buyers? Yeah, that's a good question. So any listings that you do, like if you're advertising a listing, that will attract buyers to it. So I would ask, if you don't have any listings, ask other realtors if you can advertise theirs. I've never heard of anybody saying, no, you can't advertise my listing. Ask them first, though, just in case, and just do an ad like this to advertise that.
I've also seen one where people pick like a neighborhood. So let's say I want to focus, we're a city, I focus on Northport maybe.
Sure.
You go to your website and put some filters, and maybe you want to see houses under 200,000. So you take a picture of those little, you'll see little boxes with the prices, and people will see, you want to see houses, that are under 200K in the Northport area, reach out to me and I can give you that list. So that's another way to attract.
Nice. I like that. I didn't think about that. That's good, Sam.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I've seen a lot of success with that. On the $25 thing, I think what you're referencing to is Keller Williams is actually giving you with their relationship with Facebook, any new ad, or if you have never done an ad before, I think they're giving you like a $25 credit to do an ad. And I believe I have to verify with the rest of the leadership team. I think we're going to match the $25 as a market center. But
so that's Lakewood Ranch as of right now. I know we have some separate stuff too going on with ad money.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, great. I didn't know about that $25 credit. That's cool from Facebook or from Command. I'm going to have to learn more about that. Actually, Samantha, if you have a link to anything with KW Command, could you post that?
Sure.
About that information? All right. Any other questions that we can answer for you? And this is going to be recorded, or this is recorded, so we are going to be posting it again like yesterday's. My favorite photos of the kitchen lanai. Yeah, a lot of stuff happens in the kitchen. So when you post photos of the kitchen, people can really envision themselves living in there. A lot happens in the kitchen.
Blake, I don't have a listing in my farm currently. Any suggestions for a hook to get one?
Sure. Are there any realtors that have a listing in your farm?
Keller Williams realtors or any realtors?
Well, potentially it could be any realtors, but I'd stick to KW.
Sure.
I would ask that listing agent if you could advertise those homes in your farm area.
Okay.
I mean, within brokerages, I feel everyone is okay with sharing. Just be sure to ask. Outside of brokerages, definitely ask. Don't just advertise.
Yeah.
So
advertising an active listing is a top performer.
Yes. Yep.
As opposed to how much is your house worth, blah, blah, blah.
I think so. I've seen better conversions with an active listing than find out how much your house is worth. So,
Thank
but
you.
that just might just be the way I do it. Other people may have other results. Personally, I would say find a listing to advertise.
Any tips for finding successful campaigns to mimic?
Oh, that's a good question.
Other than trolling Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to recommend, actually. In the KW command groups, they do have people that have some success. I would talk to them. Successful campaigns, that's a good question. Let me do some research, and I will post inside of our Facebook groups with what we find.
Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Samantha.
My pleasure. All right, it is 8:29. I want to give you guys plenty of time to head over to Pat and Susie's script practice if you're going over there. If you have any questions, you can always email me at blakewhitbold@kw.com. That's BLAKEWITT, D as in boy, OLD as in dog, @kw.com. And I will answer as many questions as I can. So thanks for joining us and have a wonderful day.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.